What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Welcome to the show. This is Hip Hop News and Headlines. I'm your host, Derek the Unlimited, and let's get right into it. And a bit of a bad news, but it's the same old story. You heard again. Someone is suing Universal Music for $200 million in unpaid royalties. In this case, it is Limp Bizkit. So the band Limp Bizkit has filed a lawsuit against the world's largest record label, Universal, also known as UMG. If on Robinhood, that's their thing. But anyway, known for the frenzied new metal at the turn of millennium, Limp Bizkit, who are led by frontman Fred Durst, alleged that the music corporation purposely withheld royalty payments from them, which totaled $200 million. Filed in California on October 8th, the documents claim that UMG used a system deliberately designed to conceal artists, including plaintiffs' royalties, to keep money to itself. Music royalties refer to payments that are made to recording artists, songwriters, and the rights holders of a song when it's played, performed, or reproduced. The lawsuit says that UMG, whose talent roster includes stars such as Jay-Z, Taylor Swift, Billie Eilish, and and Lady Gaga, didn't pay the band a single cent of royalties until they began legal action. That's generally how it goes. That's generally how it goes. It's almost like if you don't say nothing, then you ain't gonna get your money. That's kind of crazy, though. It's crazy that you have to sue in order for them to give you what's rightfully yours, even though they know it's rightfully yours. But anyway, Limp Bizkit claimed that they have had tremendous resurgence in popularity over the past few years, with streaming numbers on platforms like Spotify reaching millions. According to the lawsuit, Durst claims he was told by UMG he had not received any royalty statements because his account was too far from recruitment, with executives at the firm suggesting so it had paid Limp Bizkit around 43 million dollars in advances over their musical career, with representatives of Durst and Limp Bizkit gained access to UMG's portal for royalty statements in April. However, they claimed to have noticed balances that indicated it owed more than $1 million. In August, UMG paid more than $1 million to Limp Bizkit and $2.3 million to Flawless Records, according to the lawsuit, which says executive blamed the failure to pay sooner on a software error. Okay, okay, a software error. All right. The documents also suggest the band aren't the only musical acts who feel they have been shortchanged by the label. A pre-trial discovery process will show that potentially hundreds of other artists have likewise been wrongfully defrauded regarding their royalties. Royalties, the band's attorney argued. This could potentially be big, like, cause like I said earlier, Universal is like the biggest record company today. So and all those artists is not getting paid for their stuff. Is I want to say it's par for the course, but man, this is crazy. This is another example of why ownership is so important. This is another example of why I'm for DIYers doing their own stuff. This is why I'm for independent artists putting out their own music, making their own music, um, producing your own beats, making your own melodies, loops, and all of that. I'm a big fan of that. I understand that's a whole caveat and a whole nother decision, but because of stuff like this is easily avoidable. Now I understand with the record label, there's a giant push behind you. You get that machine, you get the rollout and all the pretty, the fame and all the cameras and all that stuff. They're gonna put you on this little media tour. You're gonna go out and they're gonna like promote your album and all this stuff. And I get it. All this stuff is exciting, especially when you're trying to do everything yourself. Especially when you have to write your own lyrics, when you have to make your own beat, when you have to design your own your logos, when you have to do your own emails, when you have to promote yourself, when you have to pay for your own marketing and all that stuff. I get the I get the appeal to it, but you gotta remember everything that glitter ain't gold. That's what my grandma used to tell me. But yeah, but anyway, on the flip side of that, Here we got Uncle Luke. Uncle Luke celebrates Two Live Crew reclaiming music rights after legal victory over labor. Uncle Luke is celebrating Two Live Crew's been awarded rights to their music after winning a lengthy legal battle with the former record label. In the Instagram video filmed outside Dade County's federal courthouse on Wednesday, October 16th, the Southern hip hop artist pioneers ah, pioneers celebrated the group's trial victory over Lil Joe Records. I said over the moon that they had reclaimed the master recording copyrights to their catalog. Luke said, "Two Live Crew, we won. We got our stuff back from Lil Joe Weinberger. All of it, all the albums." He said, "Yes, they got all of it. That's great." Anyway, so he also posted a photo of him stood next to his legal team outside the courthouse, and he wrote, "We are so blessed, and I want to thank the attorneys in this case, Mark Ross, Chris Wong, kids who stood hard in the paint, and our attorneys who believed in the case." He added, "The case was about getting back what was wrongfully taken away from us. This morning, I'm so happy for all of our kids, and now they can reap the benefits and the rewards of their parents' hard works." Amen, brother. That's what I'm talking about. So, this is the video, but I think where it's here, it gets down into the thing right here. Okay, so the lawyers brought the rights to Two Live Crew's master recordings out of bankruptcy for $80,000 back in 1995. So back then that was a good amount of money. That was close to a mil, so that's just under a mil. That was a pretty decent amount of money. But for all of them though. Now that you think about it, that was kind of a low ball. Anyway, since then he has been distributing records and collecting royalties on sales and streams until 2020, when Luke and other members of the group attempted to take back control of their publishing, citing the Copyright Act, which reversed ownership back to its creator after 35 years. I have to remember that the Copyright Act reversed ownership back to after 35 years. So if you sign over the rights to your song, your screenplay, your book, movie, or whatever, you don't get those rights back to 35 years. So, and he said Weinberger argued that the Two Live Crew had no right to terminate. It says that the Two Live Crew had no right to terminate, and that their albums were made as works for hire, meaning the group were employees of the record label. He also claimed that they signed away their rights to reclaim the copyrights when they sold him the master recordings. The jury overseeing the cinematic ruled in favor of Uncle Luke and the Two Live Crew. It says this. Kula had no right to terminate, and so that's something else too. You have to be careful too. This work for hire. So what that means is like while you're working for them, anything you create belongs to them. So you have to watch out for things like that in your contract. I think I want to say Disney. Disney has something like that too, a work for hire. Like in your off time, if you create a character or something like that, you create your own character or something like that, and you put it out there or whatever, maybe on Instagram or YouTube, where you make your own little short, if you hand your own little cartoon short and everything else while you are working or contracted under Disney, if there's something that says a work for hire, that's theirs. That's theirs. That's what that means. So you got to be careful and watch for stuff like that. So it says Two Live Crew are no stranger to a legal fight, as the group were arrested on obscenity charges after performing their controversial album "As Nasty as I Wanna Be," which had been made illegal to sell. I remember that too. Well, actually, it's going through this. I was looking for like the what was it? The court case, the actual court case, because I guess like I was young then, but I remember I was a teen, but I thought, because I remember them like doing that thing where they was like banning albums and stuff like that. Sorry, and not just them, because they was also banning Easy E and guys like those, NWA, Ice T, Ice Cube, all those guys. You know what I'm saying? They was just breaking them albums and stuff like that. But anyway, um, there was a court case where I want to say yeah, cause I was under the impression, I could be wrong, but I always thought that Uncle Luke, that this court case, as far as the obscenity charges, because I think he did go to the Supreme Court, and I think that's the reason why you have the parental label um, tags on albums, CDs, and tapes and whatnot. But yeah, so yeah, like Uncle Luke, he literally, I want to say he fought the Supreme Court. Like I said, I was looking for it. I found this one, but not the one I was actually looking for. Maybe I need to dig a little bit deeper, or maybe I'm not looking at the right what is it, legal? I'm not typing in the right legal search terms, whatever. But anyway, as regard to say, which had been the state of Florida had made it illegal for like the obscenities and stuff like that, or at least to sell. And Uncle Luke, and which by the way, you mean to tell me they wasn't selling porn back then? I know there was porn stores back then. I know for come on man. Anyway, which had been made illegal to sell. Uncle Luke and the rest of the group, which comprised of Mr. Mix and the late Fresh Kid Ice and Brother Marquise, were eventually found not guilty on the point of freedom of speech. Luke also flirted with the idea of entering politics despite his controversial history. I think that'd be good. If he entered politics, I think, well, it depends on what he needs. He needs to look into, like, I don't know. I want to say like make laws into fucking something with like streaming. Like, I don't know. But do we want the government? Hell yeah. Do we want the government to get into streaming though, and all that, make laws and stuff like that? But because that's another way they can just monopolize the whole situation. I don't know. I'm going off on a tangent. Sorry about that. My mind is going everywhere. So he explained to the Boardwalk earlier this year that he was interested in getting involved in politics. I'm leaving my I'm living my idea, and I have the opportunity to bring something back to the community and to get these. He clarified that these include and all these crazy Republicans who want to divide us. So clearly he would be running as a Democrat. Either way it goes, I would still like to see. I think Uncle Luke in politics would be interesting. You know, the first thing they're gonna do is attack his past. That's the first thing they're gonna do is attack his lyrics. That's the very first thing they're gonna do. That's the very first thing. But you know what? Before we close this out, let's do hip hop history. I haven't done this in a while. So today in hip hop history, we got MF Doom. MF Doom released his debut solo album, Operation Doomsday, October 19, 1999. Also today in hip hop history, we got Easy E. It's I don't think I ever seen this album. I might have heard this song, but this doesn't ring any bell. But I know about him and his beef with Dre and all that stuff, but maybe this is a record I haven't heard yet. But anyway, Easy E is on X'd Out Dre 187 Killer. Easy E released the EP It's On Dre 187 Killer October 9, 1993. Man, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'm about to check this out right now, as a matter of fact. As always, y'all stay true. Peace.